Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to reading class. So we are going to be reading the paired selection that goes with the spiders and their webs. So if you would turn to page 346 in your reading book, we are going to look at your paired reading, and it actually is a poem, and it's a science poem, and I know you guys love science, so this is perfect. So let's just look at it real quick. So as you can see, it's called For You. And I want you to look at the illustrations first. So you can see down here, the illustration. Those are the pictures that are drawn by an illustrator. And the creatures here, you can see they're a beetle. And we're using poetry and we're using imaginative language. So it's going to be full of creative words that are going to help you to form an image in your mind as you're reading the poem. Poems also have special features of rhyming. So you're going to hear rhyming, you're going to hear a rhythm, like a sing-song beat. And we've talked about that with poetry. Also, remember that people write for a reason. So you have pie, you have to persuade, to inform, or to entertain. And so we're going to look at this poem and it's for enjoyment. So if you read the first two lines, it says, Mama, hey Mama Bug, look overhead. Why is the sky full of silvery thread? So if you look at overhead and thread, those are rhyming words, and that is part of the rhythm and the way that poetry sometimes is arranged. They use rhyming words. So let's read the rest of our poem and then we'll talk about it. So it says, Mama, hey Mama Bug, look overhead. Why is the sky full of silvery thread? It's there for whoever, for me and for you. It's there for us all, Bugaboo. So you can see you and Bugaboo, they rhyme. So there's a rhyming pattern, 1, 1, 2, 2. Then we're going to move on to the second stanza because we know that poetry is not broken up into paragraphs, it's broken up into stanzas. And it says, Mama, hey Mama, oh, isn't it grand? A silvery web waving over the land. It waves at the butterflies up in the blue and also at you, Bugaboo. So there you're seeing it ends in Bugaboo and Bugaboo. So it's using repeated language. So we're going to go on to the next page, if I can get it to turn. Mama, that fella all covered with fuzz, why is he winking the way that he does? Does, fuzz. For houseflies and horseflies and hoverflies too, and you, Bugaboo, and for you, to you. So you have 1, 1, 2, 2. You have another rhyme pattern. We'll go to the last and final stanza. Mama, he's rubbing his big fuzzy gut. Fuzzy looks hungry, but hungry for what? For anyone, everyone, who knows who? For you, Bugaboo, for you. So we can see gut, what, who, you, 1, 1, 2, 2. There's the rhyme pattern, and then each of these two stanzas end in you and you. So it's a repeating word. So the author's craft is using imagery, and if you go back to the first one, it says, why is the sky full of silvery thread? So what is the silvery thread in the sky? Well, that's a spider web that you see up here, the silvery thread. And we're making inferences. Who is the fella all covered with fuzz? So if you look over here, let's see, we go over here, and it says, Mama, that fellow all covered with fuzz, why is he winking the way that he does? For horseflies and for houseflies and horseflies and hoverflies too, and you, bugaboo, and for you. So if you make an inference, we have a beetle and we have, so you go over here, there's our beetle. Mama, hey mama bug, look overhead. So this is a mama bug and a baby bug, and he wants to know, Mama, that fella all covered with fuzz, and this little fella all covered in fuzz is on that silvery thread up in the sky. So we take what we know and what the author says, and we put them together, and we can come up with that is a spider. So we also know that poets use images by making comparisons. So we know a simile compares by using words as or like. For example, the spider's silk is like a silver thread. So if we go back over here, we see it's like a silver thread right here. But it doesn't use the word like or as. It says, why is the sky full of silvery thread? That is a metaphor. It compares a cobweb to silvery thread. So that is a metaphor. If it uses the like or as, then it would be a simile. Right? We're going to go right over here to our comparing the text. So we are comparing spiders and their webs. So how does the reading Spiders and Their Webs help you understand the poem for you? So hopefully you think about that and you think, okay, well, I know that spiders make their webs to trap their insects. And so we learned a lot about how spiders trap their webs in Spiders and Their Webs. And then for you, they have a mother who's warning Bugaboo to stay away from the web because that's a spider web and he wants to eat you. Number 2 says, would you like to be a scientist who studies spiders? And explain your reasons. So if you say yes, maybe one of the reasons you want to become someone that studies spiders would be because webs are interesting and you want to learn more about them. Maybe yours is no, and you have to give a reason because you don't like things that are furry and a little bit on the creepy side and you're afraid of spiders. But either way, if you said yes or no, you had to back it up with a reason why. And a great word to use would be because. Why some people think that spiders are helpful. My goodness, we know spiders are so helpful. We've read Charlotte's Web. We have read Spiders and Their Web. So we know that spiders are so important. We've studied spiders and they help to control the insect population and they are so important. They are a very important part of the food chain. And birds need them and we know that there is a circle of life and if you interrupt that circle and kill certain insects, then we know that there's a gap and it affects other animals. All right, so we have our vocabulary web review. So this is something you can do with your partner. At home, you can have a parent, you could have a sibling. So it says, with a partner, create word webs for 2 vocabulary words. Put a vocabulary word in the center of each web. So you put it right here. Then write words that are related to the vocabulary word in the web. Share your word web with your partner. So you're going to hopefully do this with a parent or a brother or sister. So like they put prey in here, and we know prey is something that you are hunted if you are prey. You are hunted by a predator. Maybe you want to add some other words over here. So maybe you want to say like a lion for the predator, and then maybe you want to say the prey would be a rabbit or some other little creature that gets eaten. So predator, prey predator, hunt. So just words that connect. So you would put shallow in next, and maybe you want to put swimming pool, no diving, um, anything like that. Careful, not a lot of water. All right, so keep going with strands, social, spiral, and reels. You want to definitely practice your vocabulary words. Remember to use them in sentences and try to increase your vocabulary whenever you're talking to your friends, whether you're calling them on the phone and saying hi. I hope you guys are keeping in contact with your friends and talking to your parents and grandparents and your brothers and sisters. All right, take care. I miss you all. Have a wonderful day.